it's Katie from Sarah Ranch. I thought I'd do a quick garden tour. I was gonna do something else this week, but that is not gonna happen. So we're gonna save that for next week. But I want to give you guys a video this week. So let's see what we have growing in the garden. So I did a ton of planting this weekend and got our tomato beds or our raised beds filled with our tomatoes and most of our peppers. So we have Amish paste tomatoes, early jalapeno peppers. We'll see how early they are. We got some cabbage that's kind of still here. Our dill is looking amazing. We also have some red rocket little peppers going on here and some broccoli still hanging around. And for the fun of it, I put in marigolds and calendula. We'll see how they do. We have another bed of tomatoes, and over here we have speckled Roma tomatoes and sun gold, which is a cherry tomato, and they're looking amazing. Like, I am super happy with our tomato growth this year. Then we also have some Yankee bell peppers, mini bell peppers, and I'm super excited for these. These are jalapenos. I made cowboy candy for the first time last year, and it is delicious, except for it's basically the syrup that you process them in is like, it could be weaponized. Let's just be honest. It could be weaponized. Yeah, but the jalapenos, I like the flavor of jalapenos, and I don't like the spice. Let's check out our next bed. So this one's kind of looking sadder. I got some calendula, some very sad looking basil going on here. Maybe leeks, onions that were planted from scratch. Over there we have some carrots and other carrots, and those are supposed to be turnips. It might be weeds. Marigolds, nasturtium, and we have some cucumbers coming up. So the idea is to take a trellis, like, and arch it over, have cucumbers growing up from both sides. We'll see if that happens. We have some spinach, which actually we're having with dinner tonight. Some peas, and they're starting to flower. So exciting. And our last bed, we have Swiss chard, echinacea. I'm hoping, and it does look like it, this is arugula. We have some basil. Most of it looks pretty sad. It did go through a frost, so that's one reason why it looks sad. But this one is actually coming back. Actually, a few of them are coming back, so this isn't as bad as I once thought. That late frost, I just kind of said, what's out there is out there. If they die, they die. More calendula. Now the Thai basil, it did not like the frost at all. Cilantro. We have some rudbeckia and parsley. And we still need to finish planting this bed. And our messy patio with a gimli. On the patio we still have, and it's buried in there now, chocolate mint. And it smells delicious. I need to start harvesting and drying this. Some zinnias that I just put in there. These are all of our starts in various stages of hardening off and starting. Let's see, has anything new come up since the last time I looked? So in here We have some marigolds over there and more echinacea and calendula. We have some dill, some more zinnias, something, whatever. Okay. I can't pronounce it. I don't remember where we got that one. Soybeans, pumpkins. What else is here? Zucchini, which is very important to my life. Watermelons. If I didn't say cucumbers, we got plenty of cucumbers. And we're waiting for more pumpkins to come up. Pumpkins and zucchini. That's what I want to come up. A wild grape rooting project that seems to be going okay. James's peach tree is growing some pine. And my little lavender. And then we have some more peppers hardening off, and basil and Thai basil hardening off. Let's go check out the big garden. That's what I've been working in the last few days. And fingers crossed by this weekend it'll be almost completely planted. Okay, so as we walk into the big garden, this is what it looks like. We have weed barriers down. I actually just planted some marigolds and calendula around the entrance just because flowers are pretty. Just this morning I planted a bunch of corn. This is the first patch of corn and there'll be a second patch of corn. Hopefully it works. I actually put some, I doubt the camera's picking it up. I put some deer netting over it because we've had crows and birds that like to come and eat little corn seeds that are just popping up. So I'm hoping that will keep the birds at bay. And so what I've basically been doing out here as when it's shady because it's super hot, I have been marking out our beds and where different things are going. Been using duct tape this year. It seems to be going well. It might be my new thing. And I have been pounding in T-posts. And then for our trellises this year, we decided to try using chicken wire. And this was some leftover chicken wire we already had. I probably should have, now that I'm like able to walk between these, I really should have made them more like 24. They're currently 18 inches apart. So harvesting is going to be interesting for this stuff, but that's okay. So I still have 6 more for sure to do. On the trellises will be our beans, tomatoes, cucumbers, and we may or may not put in trellises for peppers. It's been a minute since I've had peppers that got tall enough to really need a trellis because they tend to stay bushy in my experience. So we'll see if we need them. Then over here by our scarecrow, we have all our onions. So we have actually 2 different years onions here. So in the middle, we have our second year onions. They're getting flower heads on them, which means that they're drawing energy from the bulb, which means I'm not getting any big bulbs. I pulled up a few, and none of them that I pulled up were really that big. Probably like water issues and just soil quality issues contributed to that. So we did not think we were getting these to come back. We thought that they had died, that something had stolen them. That was our assumption. But we do have first year onions because we bought sets from Dixondale Farms. We bought onions from Dixondale Farms this year, and we planted them. We have those that you saw in the raised bed, but those will be able to harvest for storage this year. And with the ones that have gone to seed, we can always use them as green onions and eat them throughout the summer, and they will still taste amazing. Also, our catnip is doing wonderfully. I'll be propagating a little bit more of this, rooting some more of this and planting it to make this basically a catnip hedge. I've started using Gimli spur as compost, or not as compost, as a weed barrier and moisture to keep weeds out and moisture in. I need to weed through here and put more down. We're actually going to be using cardboard and probably some wool that we have. One last plant we have out here in the main garden is the sea balm. It just keeps chugging along, and I love it. So hopefully it'll get big this year just like it did last year and keep on coming back. So I'm over by the chicken coop now, and here is the chicken coop flower bed all finished and planted. So in the back we have, basically they should be like a hybridized sunflower. They came from our sunflowers last year. We grew a mammoth sunflower and a like sunset burst heirloom sunflower, and I saved seeds from both of them, and we should just be getting a mix of things. And then in the front, these are also sunflowers. These are the little teddy bear sunflowers, which I'm excited about. I also planted some echinacea out here and some rudbeckia out here, and I'm hoping that the echinacea will perennialize, and I'm like, if it gets big enough, I'll just let it take over this whole bed. And then we have chickens. That's Anne. Hi, Anne. Yeah, I know it's warm, sweetheart. And we did an elderberry update like last week, so we're not going to bore you with those details. Everything's growing wonderfully. And last but certainly not least is our wonderful blackberry bush. We've had it in the ground for about 2 years now, and it just really grows a little bit. I want it to spread out a lot more than it has. Actually, I'm looking at it now. I noticed a different color. This is a first year cane coming off of it. So, and also there's one here too. So that means it is. This is why you can't see me anywhere. I just start weeding. This is exciting. So I think we're getting somewhere with this guy. Look at how pretty the flowers are. I can't wait to get some blackberries off of it. Okay, so that is essentially everything we have growing right now. Minus like shrubs and stuff and bushes like that. Basically all our edible stuff, garden stuff, stuff that we planted. So let me know if you have any questions about what we're growing. Leave them in the comments for me. And if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. And if you want to see more of what we do on our homestead, hit the subscribe button and check in next week. I am doing an update on our vanilla extract that we made a couple months ago, and we're gonna decant it and show you what to do with the spent vanilla beans. So until next time, guys, bye.